Welcome to the Elegant Adventure Sagas. There, that's all I'm gonna say. Not brought to you by anybody. Brought to you by me. Fun. All right. Steven's not here to be annoyed by the voice.
Back to clean mic it is. All right, so when we were here last, and this will be especially useful for you, Ms. Noodle.
Yep.
You made your way down the stairs, right? You fastened some rope together. Nothing bad happened. Matter of fact, I think one of you did some sort of like loop-de-loops and corkscrews and did some pretty fancy sliding down that hill. But you ended up on the level with the Ice Lich and quickly discovered lots of sort of stored memories. So artifacts, things you look at, mirrors, I believe there was tapestries. These are all sort of imprinted with like core memories from the Lich. So you guys are piecing together sort of the relationship between the Ice Lich and his Clavius Chasmfall. And
I missed all that.
yeah, and I'll let your team give you a little bit of a lowdown for what they remember about that in just a second. But does anyone remember her name of the Lich? Anyone?
Vaelice.
Ooh.
No.
Nice.
Vivica
Sir.
A.
Well,
I
so
feel
it's in
like
the
it starts
codex.
with a. I feel like it starts with a vowel.
it's a Vaelice, Vaelice,
Vaelice.
or Vaelice.
Vaelice.
Yeah, so Vaelice is the Lich's name. So you're learning a lot about Vaelice. A couple of you found some artifacts. I believe Nick has a gem that sort of pulses quickly when you get near core memories, right? Or these little episodes. Things are being projected into your head. There's a slight cool fog. In the area that you're in, Fabia, like that door is just radiating cold. Wait, does cold radiate? It does, right?
Yeah.
You can radiate,
Yeah.
and not just heat. You can radiate cold.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you feel like a lot of coldness coming from that door. Nothing to roll about yet, but it is super duper cold. You made your way through a couple of areas. The first was sort of rewinding. Was the Watcher's Gate. Remember, there were two statues, and that's where Nick got the gem, pried something from an eye. You're presented with some sort of a magically locked door, like this giant double door, clearly a way into something spectacular that you decided to move forward and not mess with, probably for good reason. That took you into an area called the Archivist Alcove, where you found more goodies, overturned desks, and whatever else. Karen, you found, I believe, something here, some notes or something. I'll let you describe what you found in a second. You continued northward, and you ended up in an area called the Hall of Frost Mirrors. And in these mirrors, not only could you see glimpses of her life, but little glimpses of your own. And then you went through the north door and you found yourself in a connecting passage, right? It's not a super exciting space, but you've not done any detections or anything like that yet. You've just sort of landed there. To the north is a door, and to the west is a door. And really, that's all I got to say about that. Did I miss anything?
No, I think that's a pretty good summary there.
Summary.
So, y'all, what do you guys think the odds are that we could, like, get by without fighting the Ice Lich? Like, do we think there's any way of getting her on our side?
I was actually thinking about that just because of. I think what I'm leaning towards is that if. Well.
If we can convince her we're out to get the other guy.
No, because I think she loves him we wouldn't. I'm thinking we can't attack. If we don't attack one, we can't attack the other one either.
Oh, you think?
No, I feel like though she might be up for us killing him. I think she couldn't, but I think she might be grateful if somebody else could.
Yeah. I don't know, because I feel like there
Cameraman is still on there, Tom.
I know. I'm like, remember when I'm like, what do I need to fix? And everybody's like, everything worked. That was it. Yeah.
Yep.
So some of the things, just to remind you from last week, Christy, what you didn't hear was like these statues were saying things and memories. Things like, the gem remembers, so do we. What she could not say, do you carry it now? Leave your weapons, bring your truth was something that was said. She did not want this. She weeps again was another phrase. Your blades echo his betrayal. Even in death, she asks us not to hate. Right. So there's a lot of conflict. Right. And I think there was one along the lines of she regrets she could not bring herself to break it, or something along those lines.
And do we know who she is?
Yes, Vaelice.
Yeah,
She's the Ice Lich.
Who is she
Okay.
to the Ice Lich, though?
Her last name is Navidad.
Yeah, Vaelice.
Well, at least it wasn't shampoo.
Yeah. Her name is
Vaelice
Shampoo Conditioner.
shampoo. Yeah, I was trying to make a play on lice. It didn't work.
Oh yeah.
You've not spoken to her directly.
No,
No.
not yet.
No, we've
It's
just
just these two statues talking back and forth.
and
David and Christy, please vote in the window in the chat.
And all of the ice.
is it an issue that Cyrus Bing is in here twice
Vote
in the voting
No,
twice?
what? Wait a minute. Why are you in there twice?
for the Election Commission.
How many
nice.
bings are on this thing?
Uh,
Oh, nice.
how many bings are binging?
How many of you are there? Why is Bing in here twice?
Where's the man?
Well, Noodle's not in there, so I assume it's related to.
Who does number 2 work for?
Wait, Noodle's not in there?
No, she's
Uh-uh.
not.
I'm good. Guys, for real.
So I'm off the hook.
100%. I'm
It's so weird. I want maybe you.
nice.
Yeah, I don't know.
We created a rule last week that anybody who's gone for 2 weeks is
Okay.
automatic leader.
That ain't right.
All right, so close vote. Oh, it's Bing this time. I thought for sure it'd be Alicia.
Oh, and none of you even voted.
Did you
for
vote for me again? Oh, okay.
No,
Fair.
slam.
No one voted for the false Bing, which I
Yeah,
find
the
very
false.
I find this very suspicious, and I
Oh, you should have said the one they voted for was the false Bing.
that's right. That
Yep, you shall have no false Bings before you. Anyway,
Well,
Do we know her relationship yet to Clavius? Like,
what?
friend, lover?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
She what? I didn't hear that.
you know that you couldn't tell if it was love, but there was definitely a strong bond between the two.
Yeah.
Clavius. Who the heck is Clavius?
His
Clavius.
Clavius. Chasm Paul.
Look in the codex.
He's Big Daddy.
Trying to
there.
get. Get down. Get down.
He's daddy.
So is his Clavius? Is he the Ice Lich?
No,
Yeah, now
No.
no, Vaelice.
No,
Navidad,
that-
Ice Lich.
Wait,
Yeah.
he's the Ice Lich.
Okay, let's be very clear because I know that time spans. You've made your way down. You've made your way down these levels. Remember, you had the apprentices, whatever else, and you've gotten to this point where the way down here was blocked by someone who did not want you to come down the stairs or did not want something to come up the stairs. You haven't identified yet if it was to keep people out or in or both. but the story is that there was some relationship between Vaelice and his Clavius. You're trying to suss what that is. In some way, shape, or form, they at least began the journey to Lichdom together, right? But then things sort of separated. And, you don't know her origin. You don't know what she did to become a Lich or whatever else, right? But this is where she is.
The thing.
So, but this is not the Lich. This is not the main. This isn't Clavius. His Clavius is a different Lich.
This is not the Lich you're looking for.
Yeah, liches, please.
The thing that I picked up last time, this phylactery diagram, I put it in the chat. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it notes that this is a diagram of his Clavius's phylactery. So he.
Oh yeah.
He'd be a Lich. Because I think the phylactery is a thing that you have to be a Lich, right? So
Yeah, and you know that from your past. You've fought a Lich for Christmas Lich, eons ago. It was Scrooge, remember?
The Critch.
But yeah, and this was. Well, let me do this, Karen, since you said something good. Let's go. There's that, and then there is a simple insight request roll. Hopefully it all still works. 11. Good enough. Yeah, so fuck, what was your question? You asked a question, I immediately I'm like, cool, the roll worked. And I'm like, wait, he was asking. What were you questioning?
We were talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, you go.
Phylacteries, yeah. So yeah, it's this from before, but yeah, this is the thing that is the essence of the Lich. This is the thing that must be destroyed to kill a Lich, right? So yeah, so you know that, and you know that based on those writings. Well, I mean, like it says, I traced every glyph, I studied every weakness, but in the end I could not shatter him, not while love still whispered beneath the ruins. So now that answers your question. Like you guys were debating, was it love? So there it is.
Yeah.
Pretty, huh?
Are these my parents?
No, you saw the corpses of your parents earlier.
So,
Well, I don't know what happens in Ghost World.
so I'm
That's true. Well, wait, twist. They are now your parents.
yeah.
It
Oh,
was
God.
probably all along. Sorry.
It'd be my sister.
So she couldn't. In the end, she couldn't shatter him, meaning she couldn't destroy him, right? That's what she meant by that.
Because she loved him, right?
Because because she loved him. So she knows, and since she herself was trying to become, or has become a Lich, she could potentially know exactly where the phylactery is. Like, we know what we're looking for to find his phylactery.
Well,
Because-
we already asked about it too.
Yeah, because the necromancer told us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you found from the necromancer that that it's in an ornate wooden box, right? It's a glass. It's like a skull-shaped vial.
Yeah, in the eye of a skull, I thought.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was.
Yeah, like hanging
But
on
you-
a wall or something.
But you don't know what hers looks like.
No, we don't. And presumably she is. It sounds like her lichdom revolves around guarding him. Because to become a lich, you essentially have to forego your soul 4-1 true power, I thought. Do I have that right? Am I understanding that correctly?
Party roll.
Oh, that sounds like a good time.
That included little Zippy, by the way.
Nominal. Oh shit. Wisdom? I have like no wisdom. Oh, thank God. Okay.
Hold on.
I haven't had a
Yeah.
gin martini, you guys, in forever. This is a gin martini.
Nice.
I like gin.
What kind of gin?
This is St. George.
Oh yeah.
We all succeeded it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing I didn't fix. It should have said group success with like fanfare. Anyway,
We're a bunch of
Um,
wise asses.
and again, you this will come to me in a second here if I stall long enough, because I've also now forgotten what the hell why I had you guys roll this. I gotta stop ginning up and
Whether or not she forewent her soul and her lichdom is revolving around guarding him.
oh yeah, that's right. So you don't know specifically if she's guarding him from others or others from him. And there's nothing that you've picked up, no matter what your insight is, that's going to like magically tell you that.
Yeah.
Your gut says that she's been unable to stop him formally, e.g., kill him.
Yeah.
Right, because of her love for him or who he was, and possible, could he be redeemed or whatever else. You also know that a lot of these feelings are uncharacteristic for a lich.
Yeah.
Right, so she's not your everyday lich. Like she's fought it, done something, I don't know, very Star Trek-y, right, where not really part of the Borg but kind of part of the Borg.
Yeah.
Little Picard action. I don't know.
Well-
Lakutis, yes. But anyway, so you know that she loves him deeply, right?
Yeah.
So I think just from an insight perspective, the thing to mull around and to understand and to look for clues for would be really when eventually you find her, right? What's your angle going to be? Is it to, save him? Is it to harm him? Is it to stop him on her behalf? What is it, right? Because I don't think anything you've read indicates that she's going to be a pushover, whether you fight or talk.
Right.
Right. So there you go. But that's all I'll give you.
Oh, as far as like having a face-to-face conversation with her, she will be formidable, whether physically or mentally.
Oh yeah, like, you're not going to fight a lich and be like, that was easy, right? That's just not a thing, right? But you can look if you look at the quests. One of your tasks is resolve the confrontation with Vaelice by steel or by sorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So there you go.
By
Yeah.
sorrow.
By sorrow.
So
Well, it rhymed, you guys. I was, like it's with either think of it like either by violence or empathy, whichever.
Okay.
So I think I
Poetic.
We don't have to sing.
I
at
want
least.
empathy.
what's
Do
our,
we know how old this chick was when she became a lich? Do we know what race she was? Can we find that out?
Nothing so far has indicated any of that.
Okay.
Is she millennial, Gen Z?
She's not Gen Alpha.
I have a dumb question. Why do we care about Asclepius again? Somebody remind me. Does he have the universal remote?
Yeah. So if you look at your, this is why I did these quests, you guys. If you look at your quests, right? One of them is build the Archonic Wayfinder. There's the Mines of Tethymar is one quest. You can pin whatever one you want to pin. So the mines is just getting you down to the right level. But you're trying to find the casing. You're trying to find the Archonic Wayfinder casing, which is good. The two other quests are for Noodle. There's her active quests. Yeah, build the Arcanic Wayfinder. You know, one thing I didn't remember, you guys, is do you guys already have clues about different parts? Does anyone have those notes?
Ooh.
What?
You
What
guys
is
have
it?
you guys have already identified a bunch of Wayfinder parts and potentially where they are. You found notes. You found some other stuff. The bottom line is I could not remember which ones you have, and my notes are lacking.
I
think we had,
have
like, all of
not.
them.
I didn't deep thought those back that far.
I think we found all of them.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
If I remember
I 100% know that is absolutely true,
Yeah.
for sure.
I'll have to do some searching.
Okay, so in summary, Clavius is somehow between us and the universal remote that we have to get,
Yes.
and
First remote.
and Vivica A. Fox is somehow connected to Clavius, and we have to probably talk to her or kill her first in order to figure out how to get to Clavius.
Yeah, in a nutshell.
Yep.
And then you know that you also have the plans for the next level, or something. You had guidance for the next level.
Yes. Yes. I remember that.
Mhm.
I don't know who has the map, but
I think
Then
Karen
I
also
cannot
has
answer
the
for
map.
you.
Either Karen or Favia have the map.
All right, so-
I have the map.
All right, Mr. Bing, you're in charge.
Bing.
What's
Alright,
happening?
I'm the decider.
Boys.
The decider of things.
So we haven't really moved from this. We've like just gotten down
I
here.
can use.
Yeah.
Well, you've made some pretty good progress. I mean, you went through several rooms, 3 rooms. That's 3 rooms more than you normally do.
That's not what I mean. I'm trying to remember. Like, are we at the beginning? So.
Oh.
Like, I'm trying to remember. So we came from the north, correct?
No, you came from the south.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the big scheme of things, I will ping where you came in. You came in here.
Yeah.
You guys see a little ping, and then you went here, ping, and then you saw some statues here, ping, and you went through a door and came in this hallway, right? And then you came into this room.
Yep.
And now you're here.
And now we're in the hallway.
So you say that, but you realize that all I saw was you pinging in the dark.
Yeah, but you could but you could see the ping in the dark though, right?
Yes, and that was
So-
helpful. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, just FYI, I just forgotten how far we got and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well-
did we check what was in there? I see that chest there.
We did some investigation. There wasn't really anything in there. Because
Is it
this room that the majority of the party is in is all it's a hall of mirrors of sorrow or something like that. So like as we walked by the mirrors, we were seeing images of her and of Vaelice and his Clavius like kind of arguing with each other, and there was segments of them when they were, I presume, human, and they were like on a lake and like kind of in love, and then
Good memory.
we kind of showcased them in the mirrors, like arguing with each other and fighting about certain things, some puzzles missing. Presumably what we're thinking is she was having second thoughts about becoming a lich, and he wasn't, is how I'm interpreting. But she wound up turning to have it sounds to me she turned to become a lich to match his power to guard him, whether that was to guard him from everybody else or to guard everybody else from him.
Oh. God, I missed a good one.
And
Yeah,
and let's not forget, you also found a scroll of legend lore and a hidden mirror note.
Christy, it's so funny because Skylar, I feel like, was so bored last one because there was no fighting. It was like perfect one for you and the worst one for him.
Well, it was funny. It was funny because he did progressively. If you guys watched the video, he progressively laid down, and by the end of the game, he was sideways laying in bed.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
So we do know if she what race she was, right?
Yeah, we never asked that. That's why I said I'm presuming that they were both human.
Why should it matter to you, you bigot?
And who has the mirror note?
would depend-
I'm looking for my sister. Could she?
It would
could that
depend
be my
on
sister?
because it would depend on how long they've been a lich.
Yeah.
Because if they were elves, they could be liches for presumably longer than humans could.
I think Noodle might have that note.
Because I just want to call out to you guys. You have this. I will. Hold on. Let me copy and paste it.
I have the scroll, the legend lore scroll.
Yeah. So you guys found a note hidden or sort of tucked behind a mirror, and it said, and it was a torn a scrap of parchment hidden in the ice-rimmed frame of the great mirror. The handwriting was delicate but urgent. It references the location of his phylactery and her sort of knowledge of the key, right? And the box is hidden in his library, it says, but the key was mine, always mine.
The key was mine. I gotta write that down.
And
Wow.
good thing you have notes, a notes section for that. Shared notes.
I like.
Yeah, I know you like writing stuff with a pencil.
Yes.
That's pretty interesting. So it's like
So
the key, she has the key to his phylactery. Like she wants to retain power over him. Interesting.
and so he has a phylactery. That sounds like a word.
Prophylactory.
Yeah.
Um,
Ribbed.
so just you guys read, like I read the. Hold on, let me try something. I haven't done this in a while. Let's see here.
I'm putting this stuff in the party journal.
You know what we
The
need?
box
we need
is hidden in his library.
We need a party scrapbook. And every time we get some kind of piece of quest ephemera, we can just paste it into our scrapbook.
Yes.
Oh, neat.
That'd be like I don't know what it's called, but it's like as we're completing the quests, we also have the quest within us of like completing all the puzzles in our journal.
Yep. Exactly.
Do we get...
I still
So-
need to write it down.
So you guys do see in the notes that's what I designed for you, right? Like a scrapbook.
That is true. Fair enough. Can you
Right.
put link in items? Yeah, you can, right? Somehow.
Yeah, you can link. It's a journal entry. And the nice thing is, the reason I did it this way is if you click the little edit icon, which you guys should all have, it's a group. It's a group note, so you can all be in there at the same time taking notes, right? That's why it was a complicated bit of code, because I thought it would be cool if you could take notes literally in the tray.
Yeah.
Right? That was like next to impossible. So you can read from the tray and then click that little edit icon to add notes. But I do have the correct journal, right? Selected for you guys.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I guess the party journal. If we can link maybe we should just start. I don't know. I feel like it's easy to forget when people randomly have little artifacts that we find along the way.
Yeah.
So we can just link them.
I copied and pasted that stuff in the chat or in our shared journal.
Yeah. Cool.
Hopefully
So
that helps.
What are we doing?
the statue was her, right? And
Say again?
So the statue was her, right?
No, there was no
No.
statue of her. Those were just they were just like
They were guards,
statues.
though.
Okay, because one of them then cried a tear or something, yeah? So that couldn't be the key. Because I'm thinking the key isn't an actual key, it's a something else. Because that's why
Is
it's
it my
called.
gem?
Like her,
That's
Here you
where
go.
I was wondering.
her heart or something like that.
Yeah,
Something that was
that
hers.
or that gem, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
So
that's what I'm thinking.
So, let me see. Hang on. Inventory. Gem.
Chuckled to himself about how boneheaded.
Memory gem.
No, I'm just. It's a nice change when you guys are actually engaged in working things out, and I don't have to say anything.
A teardrop-shaped shard of
Leave your
arcane
gem.
crystal, cloudy, with swirls of violet and pale blue. The gem remembers one moment and will not let it be forgotten. Memory gem is an arcane visual emotional effect.
Right.
Hmm.
When the gem is held with care or pressed to the central platform between the statues. Ah, shit. Okay, a vision ripples into the minds of the party. No light, no projection, only a telepathic replay. Vaelice stands in a frostlit chamber, begging his Clavius not to proceed. Her voice breaks. He does not argue, he only turns away. A crown of bone begins to form in his shadow. Her voice cracks. If I cannot stop you, then I will guard what you become until someone can. Then, silence. A single tear suspended in frost. And the single tear suspended in frost is the gem that I have, that is constantly replaying that image in all of our heads right now.
Wow.
But I
That's-
just had an epiphany. When the gem is held with care or pressed to the central platform between the two statues, the two statues that we passed, or are we going to see more statues?
That's what I'm wondering.
Well, I mean, in the context of where we found it, it was between the two statues.
Right.
Got in.
Yeah. What was in the eye of one of them?
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, it was in between.
That was cool.
But the thing, let me see. So if I cannot stop you, then I will guard what you become until someone can. So if I can't stop you, I will guard what you become until someone can stop you.
Mm-hmm.
Which means
She wants somebody to kill that dude.
yeah,
Also,
but she couldn't do it because she loved him.
Right. So yeah.
But she also knows. But the thing that's confusing to me is that by becoming a lich, she automatically knows, like, about the phylactery and everything. So it would be as simple as destroying the very thing that he set aside to become a lich.
Yeah.
She knows where it is. She knows what it is. She has custody of it. She is guarding it. And yet,
I don't know. Do we know that she has it? I think she has the key to it.
yeah.
No,
I think
that you don't know that, and I mean I won't make you roll insight. Just passive insight is
Yeah.
That's a you may believe that in your core, Nick, but Karen, you don't believe that's the way to read it. You read that the way you hear it is that she has the key to get to his phylactery, and you also have a hint as to where it's located.
Wait, we do?
Just by reading that part.
Said something about the library.
It's the flavor
literally
text.
said-
Yeah. The box
Yeah,
is
literally
hidden
said-
in his library, but the key was mine, always mine.
Oh,
As my grandpa would say, if it were a snake.
What a
Would've
bitch.
been Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do we want to go back here and look for it? Wasn't that was the library, wasn't it?
No,
Well, shit.
that was. Well, I mean, you went through a lot of libraries on the way here, but
Yeah.
I think I'm not going to make you dig on this one. That was the pivotal was his library.
Ah, I
A little
see.
beyond his.
Okay.
So we'll know when it's his. We'll know. There'll be some.
Yeah. They'll probably be in his library or some shit.
Okay. So we need to go find her to get the key,
Huh?
and then the library to
Yeah.
get to
Or get the thing and then find her. Feel like we have it.
I
Well, that
assume
would.
that he's going to be between us and the phylactery, but
I would presume she has the key.
Yeah.
That's what it said. If she has
Yeah.
the key.
Right.
And
Okay.
again, I went into a voice mode for you
Well,
guys. And
hang
I,
on.
will
did
do-
hear a voice
We
mode,
just-
but I
yeah, we-
couldn't hear what you said.
We were busy.
Oh. So here's your voice again.
The box is hidden in his library, but the key was mine, always mine.
Was.
Tone.
Was. Yeah. Past tense.
Meaning she may not have it.
I love listening to you guys deconstruct things. The hold on. Let me
Explain
let
something.
me hold on. Let me fast track something real quick. Let me go to rolls, and this would be a party. It's just an insight. This is a DC here. Oop! I gotta select you all. Insight. So there's a roll in the chat. Ooh, 20 for
Yeah.
Fabia.
Yeah.
Nice,
Damn, you guys
Cyrus.
are rolling high.
Nice.
Well,
Crit.
almost a perfect score other than Noodle.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to say things without giving everything away. So Nick, Nick, you're sort of were convinced that it was mine. Always mine means that she used to have it, but she doesn't. But Karen, based on your roles, and even Nick, I think second guessing himself given his role, putting too much emphasis on was. You might be like when you took the SATs and you took a pretty straightforward question and you overcomplicated it and talked yourself into making it something it wasn't. I do that all the time. The actual intent behind that sentence was to reaffirm that his heart was always hers. Right, the key is always hers. It will always be hers.
Okay.
So no matter what's happened between the two of them, right, the key was hers.
Got it. Okay.
Right. So it's I think I just wanted to save you guys from overthinking too much more on that specific the wording.
Okay. So, which door do we go through first? Do we go to the one next to me or the one in front of, I think, Fabia?
We haven't hit any of these doors yet.
Right.
You've done nothing other than you feel cold coming from the west, and you've not done any perception or any of that stuff.
Okay. Can we perceive? I'd like to perceive the door in front of me.
I'll
Sure.
perceive the door in front of me.
Where is?
And we can't because we're not in the room, right?
Right.
Who?
Well, whoever's playing, Skylar arguably could.
Okay.
He could perceive the door with Nick. Did you want Skylar to roll as well?
sure.
Yes.
Perception. Because you were doing a perception, is what you asked for, right?
Correct.
All right.
Ooh, yay.
Well, shit.
Okay, so Fabia, you start to sort of lean up as you do with doors, right, against the door. But as your mouth gets closer and your breath gets closer to the door, it immediately is frosting, and you realize that this door is ice cold. So you don't press up against it, but you do get close enough to hear movement on the other side. It sounds a little bit like the fluttering of wings, maybe, right? But definitely, as you're sort of pushing your face closer to that door, your skin almost burns with cold.
Okay.
All right, Nick, you're fighting the urge just to like kick the door open because I don't see anything. Skylar's like, yeah, I don't hear anything. I don't see anything. It's all good.
Is it? Well, shit.
Can I try to listen at that door?
You can, but I am gonna have real quick. I'm gonna have Nick roll an Arcana,
Okay. Yeah.
and that would be an Arcana check. And you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna make this one epic.
Is it epic rules?
Versus DC. Show DC. And we're gonna make it ice colored. And start epic roll.
Ooh, 19.
Ooh.
Oh, 18.
Close, but no cigar. All right, that's what I needed to know. All right, Fabio, did you want to make your way over?
Yeah. Can I move?
I'm gonna turn on free movement, and then you guys can move each other around. And free. There you go. Movement counts. All you guys can move wherever you want.
Where's Fabian?
I'm under Nick because I was trying to.
Okay, so
Under Nick.
piled up there.
Yeah, because he needs to move out of the way.
So there's movement behind this one in front of us. Is that correct?
The one to the west.
Oh,
This one. I didn't mean to open it. This one.
Yeah.
But I was
Stop
like, the,
clicking stuff.
I didn't mean.
All right, DC 15 in the chat, please.
I'm gonna save our game and then
Yeah, save it.
Reload.
Yeah,
Save
save
reload.
and we'll go through the
Oh.
Nice.
Just one on that one too.
Yeah. Yeah. So three. That was intense. 3 people now have like tried to figure out this door and have not succided.
Okay.
I got this. I'm just kidding. I have the worst.
Actually, no, you don't. It's wisdom.
Oh, is it?
There you go.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Nice.
So
Good.
finally, Bing elbows you guys out of the way, and it's like, all right, let the Bingster come through here.
Yeah, let the adults.
Yeah. So Bing, this door is locked. Clearly, it doesn't feel like you don't get a sense that it's trapped. You don't get a sense that it's magic, but you do feel a lot of magic. You don't know specifically because you didn't roll for that, but just something, something feels otherworldly by this door. You don't hear anything to the north. You don't see any movement. The doors are pretty tight. They're pretty close to the ground, but light enough to see. You don't see shadows passing through. Yeah. So a standard. You figure a normal lockpick would probably do it.
Flavia, you want to give it a try?
Who is better skilled at this, me or Zippy?
It would be.
Well, you own
Zippy.
both of them.
I can't. He is in the dark right now, so I can't click on his stuff.
He's over
Oh.
here, right next to me.
I
So
can't see.
Zippy. So what are we looking for? Is you want to know how much his?
Dexterity.
I can't click on it.
He's
Oh,
got a.
I don't think
17?
she has custody of Zippy.
Oh. Hold on. Configure ownership. No, she has configure. Yeah, she has ownership.
He's in the dark for where I'm at, so I can't see him to click on him.
Click in the party tab.
There, he moved right
Okay.
next to you.
Okay.
What is all that hullabaloo?
Did he make that sound when he went through the wall? I
I
just drug him
think
through a wall.
He's pretty magical, apparently.
So before, when you weren't here last time, Noodle, Zippy is now an official. He's like Pinocchio. Has become a real little boy.
I like that.
So he's been leveled up to. What level is he? He's a level 15. No. What level is he?
12.
Level
or
10?
13?
I think he's a 10.
Oh yeah, 10. 2 below us.
Yeah, he's a
Nice.
10, and he's a rogue. And he's evil as shit. Just don't forget that he's evil as shit.
My dexterity is better than his. I have a 20.
We jumped through all these hoops, and you have a 20 dexterity.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, but I didn't know if he had different pluses than I do.
yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Hey,
All right.
Do you have a sleight of hand proficiency? I think you do, right?
You are muted.
I have thieves' tools.
You both could try it though. Like,
Yeah,
He should probably get the thieves' tools now.
he has thieves' tools as well.
Okay. Actually, having said that, I hate that I know that he has thieves' tools now.
Well, that's a real thinker there. But don't forget, and Christy, you didn't know. I mean, Noodle, you didn't know this. This was last time, but what you've learned about Zippy from his backstory is that he
Oh yeah.
he does sneak off at night and talk to your enemies.
We still love him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't- I don't-
He's one of you will be evil in his mind at some point here. So anyway, Fabia, you ready to do this?
Yeah. Yeah. If I can't
think
do
this
it,
is-
Zippy will.
This
try.
is an epic moment.
DC 20. He's
Well.
gonna try. Wait. It's really just a 9? I get nothing for the thieves' tools and stuff?
Do you
I
not,
don't
do you have that?
Yes. I have thieves' tools.
we're all them pluses.
Hold
Yeah.
on, let's look. You have thieves tools, and I had you roll with your thieves tools. See, DC 20 thieves tools check right there. So that was
Yeah.
the thieves tools.
But that was
Um,
exactly what I rolled on the die, so that's why I'm confused. And I don't remember that before.
Let me 1 second. Let me try something real quick.
Like
If I go into your,
it might add up all the pluses if you just did it as like a sleight of hand check.
yeah, I can do that. Let's try that instead. You're not proficient in sleight of hand, but let's
I
have
think
you.
I wasn't because I thought it was okay for the thieves' tools.
Sleight of hand, DC 20. Show DC. And start epic roll.
There we go.
There it is.
All right, let's see what was different this time. All right, so because you rolled a 9, right, or 19, and then it gave you the additional on top of it, right?
Yeah.
It's probably your
All right, so-
dex modifier. Yeah.
Yep. So good call, Karen. That wasn't supposed to sound like disdain.
What?
Because my inner voice
Thanks,
said.
Cliff.
My inner voice, my inner voice added parentheses, who would probably be a much better DM than me. So- all right. So you unlock it without a problem.
And then I let Karen go in first because I never opened the door.
That's right.
So Zippy and I will share a spot.
I feel like that was the Jerry Seinfeld equivalent of Newman.
That's how we roll. I open the door, she goes in.
All right.
So where's Skylar?
Well, that is not what I meant to do.
Skylar.
The door will not open when I click E on
There it is.
Oh, did you all level? Because I still have it leveled.
it. Wait, did we? Oh, wait, which door are we going through? The north one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
the
like
north one.
trying to go the other way. Why-
No, I was like very confused. All right. So
Okay.
I go in
Nick
here.
just went
and
right in.
Notice
shit,
I've
yeah,
just
this
locked
is-
your movement.
This is where the magic
neat.
happens.
Yep.
All right. So little narrative. So, though the rest of the dungeon is sheathed in ice and shadow, this room feels almost preserved. It's warm, still is suspended in a sort of breathless quiet. A large bed dominates the space, its sheets undisturbed and dustless. I almost made an inappropriate joke. I'm not going to. Two nightstands stand perfectly, intact. A heavy wooden chest rests at the foot of the bed, or on the side of the wall there. Sealed with care rather than fear. The air here clings like a memory, heavy with the scent of parchment and lilac. Nothing here moves, but everything feels poised to speak. These were the last personal effects of Vaelice before she cast off mortality. Each item whispers a story she's never finished telling. And there's this echo in your heads that said, I should have shattered it. All right. I'm going to free movement will be put back on. Don't go clicking on stuff unless you tell me you're clicking on stuff, if that makes sense.
Sure.
I'd like to see what's going on with this chest over here sitting next to me.
Do you want to do it before your colleagues get here or after your colleagues get here?
I'll do it after
Uh-oh.
they get here.
Okay.
I have no movement anymore. I'll go right here. I'm out the way. Oof.
Can you bring Zippy by me?
Sure.
Hey.
And here's a picture for you guys.
Oh, nice.
Oh, we need to look in the drawers too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna move over here.
There's Zippy.
Well, actually.
Oh, thank you.
And did you guys want me to put Skylar in there just real quick?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna put him in the doorway.
We can all
I'd
die.
like to.
All right. The room burst into flames.
Yeah, right.
I'd like to know if there's any secret passages or traps or,
All right. So you want to do an investigation? Is it just you, or is it everyone doing? What's the deal here?
I would like to know that too.
Yeah, me too.
I just want to go through a nightstand.
You find a Gideon Bible.
Respectfully, guys.
Yeah, right.
All right. So let me do a roll.
Kick her out if she like plundered her bedroom.
There you go. There's your investigation.
I got your investigation right here.
Oh God!
Oof.
Who fumbled?
Oh, goodness, Cyrus, Fabia. That's a one. Was
Ah.
that me?
We didn't investigate shit. God damn it.
As your group investigation failed. More failed than succeeded. Yeah. So Noodle, you guys don't find any secret passages. traps or otherwise, at least mechanical, right? You don't know what's what, but your rolls were horrible.
Thank you.
By the way, before the next time that we like do a group roll, we should only like choose the people who are good at that particular thing.
Yeah, or say that you don't want to do a group roll, and these are individual rolls as a group.
You know what's wild is that my passive investigation is 15.
Yep, it sure is.
Yep. My
Alright.
passive history is 19.
Well, then your history tells you that you have a history of rolling poorly.
Yes.
All right. Well, what do we find in here?
All right, so let me look. Yeah.
I assume we're gonna look at the chest first. Question mark.
Yeah. So so your group investigation. So you guys were looking for traps. You were looking for hidden passages and all that. If you want to do a normal, and anyone who wants to do it in like investigate a thing, now this is the time to say I'm investigating this thing, and tell me, and you can investigate that thing,
I would actually
or
like
whatever you want to do. Yeah.
I would actually like to see if there's any magic in this room, like if there's like any, because like obviously there's like candlelight and stuff like that. Like I'd like to know how long this stuff has been burning for, or how long this room has been in this status, and if there was any like sort of magic behind it.
Oh, easy peasy. So let's take you, and we're gonna have you roll an Arcana. Arcana is a 14. And request, please. What are we drinking, Mr. Bing? Jesus.
I had to make
All
up
right.
for my investigation failure.
So yeah, so you rolled a DC it was a DC 14, and what you've realized is that this chest is trapped.
Okay.
And it's magic, right? And it's interesting. It's emotionally triggered. It's not malicious. It's like a protective magic, right? And with your 27, you were able to disarm it.
Oh wow. Okay.
Holy cow.
Now, it's still locked, but you've disarmed the trap.
Okay. All right. Can I tell who? You said it was like a protective magic.
Yeah, it was a trap that basically anyone who tried to get into the chest would have taken a significant amount of like pulse, like cold would just radiate from the chest and damage anyone within its radius. But you were able to disarm it. It's no longer magic.
Cool.
Got it.
Besides,
You bastard.
willing to sacrifice our love.
But it's locked.
Yeah, it's still locked. Do we want to open up? Does somebody want to come over here and try and unlock this chest?
Flavia, would you do the honors?
I will try.
All right, and it is this. And start.
Nice.
Fudge.
Oh, she crit.
There we go.
It like you just basically looked at it and the thing popped open, the lid swung up, and inside it, you find a ring and a journal.
Oh.
So let me give you these, and they'll be added to your inventory. So the ring and the journal.
Ooh.
Ring of
Oh,
nine.
wow.
And then you also have a journal, and the journal is Vaelice's journal.
Oh man.
Ew.
Chef is the class.
I'm trying to find it. Calm down.
What are you trying to find? You can do the search if you want.
Yeah, that's actually super handy.
Yeah.
Thank you. I've been waiting for someone to say nice things about all the work I put into this.
Dude, it runs so much faster. It works.
It has more facial. I'm just kidding. It's nice.
I'm
can
low on
make it
gin.
so only Zippy and I can talk. Nobody else can get in my head.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know that you necessarily want that.
No, I think she does.
You may not want Zippy in your head, yeah.
But it says I can choose not to let him in my head.
Good.
Okay, where's the journal?
Wait, was that the ring?
Yeah,
I mean
the ring of mind shielding.
And
Oh, it doesn't say that the journal's been added. That's why.
what?
Oh, it just says that you added the ring of mind shielding.
Oh, well, let me try again. All right, your journal. Why is it not dragon?
No say.
Try this way.
There it went,
Okay.
presumably.
It should have a little new icon next to it if that's functioning properly.
Yes.
Well, I forgot to shake my martini.
How do I share it? Oh, just like that.
There you go. Okay, so while she's, you see Fabia over, next to the chest, sort of, playing with the ring, popping it into her pocket, and then thumbing through a journal. This journal basically, Fabia sort of reinforces that he asked for eternity, I begged for mercy. He would not choose me. Right?
Yeah.
So he chose eternal power over her. That's what it comes down to. Dudes,
Yeah.
man.
And so she then condemned herself for whatever her objective was.
Yeah, so either so you
Or
don't
to
know.
guard, just to guard.
To guard,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't know when you don't know if she became a lich after on her own because of him or whatever else, but she became a lich through some innate need to either protect others from him or him from others. But you hear a lot of torment in everything you're reading, where she's not going, she's not treading lightly into being a lich, right? She's fighting the very core evil bits of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, she's
All right, so-
fighting evil? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's you're picking up that this wasn't like nothing that you've read has indicated that she was like, I want to be powerful. I want to,
Yeah.
This was all a journey that she was thrown into.
Yeah.
There's Steven?
Whoa.
Hey,
Hey. Oh, FOMO much?
Well, it's like
All right.
10-15 here, so I thought I'd pop in for a little bit.
Oh man, you came in at pretty opportune narration time.
so Nick, you see on the nightstand is a sealed letter that looks like it's written to his Clevius from Vaelice.
Are we gonna get
I'm going-
really hard if we open it?
Can I? No. So, hang on.
It's just sitting on the nightstand next to you.
Zippy and I were intending to check out that nightstand that we're near. But if somebody else, if Karen or somebody wants to do that.
I'm gonna look under the bed. You never know what you're gonna find under there. Things.
Magazines.
Yeah. Trap doors.
It's all JCPenney catalogs with dog-eared pages.
Karen, did you want to check out that nightstand, or do you want us to do it?
I'll look at it.
Okay.
So the other nightstand, there's not much to see. The other nightstand's empty. There's a letter to the one next to Nick, right near the chest, and
I will.
It's just sitting on the nightstand. No one's picked it up yet. It's quite beautiful, right? It looks like it's been sealed with sort of a wax seal.
I bet it's got like a Bluetooth speaker on it that has like a dock, but it's for like the original iPod that nobody
Right.
uses anymore. But she can't get rid of it because it was like $100.
Are you gonna pick it up? Because if not, I will.
Yeah, somebody read that letter.
I'm reading it.
I'm going to take it without opening it.
Okay.
All right, Nick, I'm putting it in your inventory.
Are you gonna hold it up to your head and like?
No.
Ooh.
Is he gonna deliver it to his Clavius?
I wonder. Plus,
Alright,
it might.
what's your intent, Mr. Maylock?
This is confusing and weird.
Is it? It was written to his Clavius?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very decorative. As you put it in and the air passes, sort of wafts towards you, you pick up on the slight scent of lilac.
I was wondering.
And you recall seeing lilac on the shores, just off when they were on the lake.
I have an idea with this letter as part of the conversation that we were having, Cyrus, about potentially maybe confronting
the Ice Lich on our side.
Confronting her without having to attack her.
Yeah.
And this is part of it. And I think if we can truthfully present her with this letter saying that we have not opened it and we would be willing to talk to him and give him this letter in the hopes that he would read it, that she would be on our side.
Nice.
Now, Nick, I just on our system here, you can't look at because if you open up if you open up the item, you'll see the letter.
Right. So I'm not opening it.
So don't open it up.
My inventory or anything.
Okay, cool.
Oh, that's going to be hard without going into my inventory. I can't go into my inventory this whole time.
No. Hold on. Let me see. It's what was the name of that letter? Sealed letter, right?
I have no idea.
I'm going to make it so that you can't see the text. Just give me 1 second. There it is. Sealed letter.
What was the thing for pirates? To the opportune moment.
What else do we need to investigate up in here?
I think that's probably all. I think the next room will probably be. It's a lich girl. It's gone too far.
Nice. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
I've been waiting to pull that one out.
I'm jealous that I did not do that. Now without reading, Nick, can you look to see if you look at the sealed letter, if it tells you anything about it? just like mouse over it and see if it says it, because it shouldn't. It's not identified yet.
It still does.
Okay.
Never mind. I just moused over it, so maybe
Okay.
maybe it is. Do you have like a separate inventory that you could keep it in? And we
Oh,
just
there we go.
know that
Now-
it's in my.
Now look at it. Hold on.
I can't see it at all now,
Hold on. Sealed.
which is probably for the best.
Sealed letter. And if I hit save, now look. Now you should see under consumable sealed letter.
Dark wax. The edge is brittle with age. Opening it releases a faint scent of lilac and regret.
Yeah. So like that. I mean, not opening, but like just holding it gives you that.
Yep.
Okay. So now I understand that if something is if identified is enabled, that means it's not identified, and if identified is disabled, that means it is identified.
Right. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yep.
It's backwards. All right. So anyway, that's the sealed letter. Now you don't have to worry about going in your inventory.
Okay.
Right, Bang. What are you guys doing?
I'm sorry.
Well-
Did you say disabled? I'm sorry.
Disabled.
I watched that today. I watched the episode where Jen gets shoes that are much too small for her feet.
Yes. And
they all have to do
emails the fire department.
And they have to do stress management, and if they don't do stress management well, they're fired.
Yeah, right. Oh god.
Anyway.
I love that boss so much.
Let's
you
go
know-
number 2.
The intro, yeah, I do love boss number 2 as well. His intro is.
That's not what Mark said. Mark said, "Let's go to door number 2."
Oh, sorry.
he was in leader mode doing leader stuff.
Okay, here we go. Door number 2.
Synergy, not energy.
Yeah.
All right.
Did I-
Fabia-
Did I
Wait,
discover
wait,
if that door was locked or not?
No, you
It's
did a
so
perception.
cold,
You
though.
didn't do an investigation.
It is
You-
AF.
It's ice cold.
zip-
There was movement on the
zippy.
other side.
Wasn't there another door down here? On the other side of the Hall of Mirrors
Yeah,
that we
Yep.
just walked by?
you just walked right by it.
Oh, should we do that first
We-
real quick?
Yeah, I don't think we should touch the door that is so cold it hurts.
Alright.
Zippy can get close. Can Zip?
No, well, no one's percepified the door down here where Bing's
Yeah.
going. I'm assuming you're going to perceive that door, Bing.
That's right.
Where
I
is
think
this?
this is gonna
Back
be
up
epic.
this way? Where are we?
Proceed to perceive.
Oh, I'm following.
Perception.
Yeah. So this is the
Team-
Hall of Mirrors that I was referring to, that we were getting glimpses of memories, kind of thing. Nice.
Success.
Yay.
Success.
All right, Bing. The door is chilly but not ice cold, right? You know your breath sort of frosts for a second, then melts away. So unlike Alicia's, where it was unbelievably cold, still chilly but not not too bad. You do know this door is locked, and it doesn't seem magical. It just seems like sort of a traditional lock.
Okay.
Oh, Fabia.
Here we go.
Hey, Fofmeister.
Oh,
Got
I do want to
yourself
add, you don't hear movement directly by you, but sort of up to the north, you hear some, like the fluttering of what sounds like wings.
That's what was happening in the other door.
Ice bats.
Which door am I going to?
This one.
Okay.
Don't click on it.
I'm not clicking on it. I just got in front of it.
All right, let's do this epic son of a gun. And we're going to do I think we've learned sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Did you guys kill anything tonight?
Not yet.
Nope.
We've been chatting about.
Sorry, man, there's no death yet.
That's good.
Yes.
Your second critical on these things, man.
Jesus Christ.
Dang.
So, Fabia, you gingerly hit each of the little oh my God, they were in my brain for a second ago. Tumblers.
Oh, yeah, the
Right,
tumblers.
so like click, but it's like no one can hear shit. It is the most silent tumbling that's ever happened. The door unlocks with no sound. So if there's anything on the other side, they're none the
They
wiser.
didn't hear us.
They didn't hear shit.
We also, I did cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us too. So we've been kind of moving. As long as everyone stays around me,
Oh yeah,
we're
that's right.
moving real quiet.
Because it's on for 10 rounds.
I love that.
Your door, so like this door opens towards you, Fabia.
Oh, but still Karen.
Or whoever. I'm just saying it doesn't open into the room, it opens towards you. And with your 25, if you were to open it, it would be a silent open.
Oh, well then I should probably open it. And then Karen be right behind me.
Do this.
Is that a dragon?
What?
Is that a dragon?
Did you say now, Bobby? Did you yell that out loud like, "Hey, is that a dragon?" Is that?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
All right. So Fabia, you are in like full-on stealth. That door is open towards you.
We are all in full-on stealth right now because they're within 30 feet of me.
Yep.
I will let you back away, but not close the door without
That's fine.
a trace. If you guys want to go back, and so I'm going to turn off. I'm going to turn on. I'm on free movement, and you guys can back into the room if you want.
Okay.
We
Back
just went
into
back
the
into the
room.
room and go do a different quest.
And then I need to.
Is
have
that
you
a
roll something.
dragon?
That was the question I'm going to have you answer. And that is a nature check. Nature.
Oh, and that's your favored.
That's my favorite thing to kill are dragons.
So you would know. You would know if it's a dragon.
Oh, is that more information that I missed while I was gone?
No, that's a thing.
Sky, don't go in the room.
Who moved into the room?
Skylar.
That counts. You guys are now in combat.
Oh
No, you should go into the room.
No.
No.
Oh, sorry.
I love it.
Leroy
He still.
Jenkins.
He's.
Damn it.
David, shut up.
Jesus.
Hey, that's not nice.
He still has Pass Without a Trace on him because he's within 30 feet of me.
Yeah, but it's not passed without visibly have something looking at you, watching you walk into a room.
No, it's pretty. You're pretty.
Okay, I need to look at pass without a trace.
I honestly thought Alicia had went into the room because I didn't see her.
It's okay. We all. Hold on 1 second. Where is my tools?
Oh.
Plus, I think we needed a real Leroy Jenkins moment.
And I rolled a 19, so I know if that's a dragon or not.
It's not.
Yep, I will tell you.
It's a frost salamander.
A trace. All right, checking it out. I'm checking the rules right now.
Oh shit, we're in trouble.
It enhances your ability to avoid detection. So a veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions. Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including yourself, gains plus 10 bonus on dexterity. Can't be tracked except by magical means. Leaves behind no tracks other than trace passage. What it doesn't do, it doesn't make you invisible. And that was what I needed to
No,
find
it doesn't make you invisible, but it wouldn't unless he was looking right at us. We wouldn't draw attention to ourselves.
Exactly. And unfortunately for you, Tetanani is looking literally right at Steven.
All right, well,
Right,
then
just like-
Tentamani can have at it with Skylar then.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're shutting the door.
We
shut-
should.
So, we shut the door. Like, Skylar hears the door locked behind him.
That's terrible.
No,
Where's
it's not
Fabio?
terrible
Where'd she
because
go?
we were totally
She's behind us.
silent.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I think she's either under me or
I think under Karen.
That's why
She's either
she's
under Karen or.
So you
Yeah,
thought
she
it was
is.
a good idea to just go into the room?
I thought you went into the room because you
No.
were gone to the door.
I said I was backing out.
I thought you were
She did
backing
say that.
into the door, into the room. My bad.
Nope.
Well, whatever. There's a lot of bad guys in here. You're up.
No, you are up.
All right, so hold on. So so what you know, because you rolled
19.
what did you get for a 19? Yeah. You know that this is a rare elemental creature. It's a giant ice salamander, right? And they're used to regions of intense cold or explanar ice realms, like e.g., Phosphel, elemental plains, etc., right? It's infused with elemental frost. Its blood and breath radiate cold. When it's wounded, it might emit a chilling mist or shards of ice. Pretty badass, actually. It may not surprise you to find out that it's immune to cold damage, right?
What about fire damage?
It may be vulnerable to fire. At least susceptible enough that fire bypasses some of its defenses, right? It's not inherently evil. It's more territorial. It's more of a protector than an aggressor, right? So it's probably not going to rush into battle, is what you would know, right? Some cultures, because here's some of your nature, right, for the 19. Some cultures believe that killing one without offering tribute will bring blizzards.
Interesting.
Right? Others tame them as siege beasts or guardians.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. So, yeah. And you know that they have a couple of legendary actions that your 19 is not high enough to know what it is, but we'll just say that it involves cold.
That would be assumed.
Freezing to death, essentially.
Yeah.
Instantaneously.
So that is a salamander. Skylar, you see ice mephits, right? You've seen mephits before. These are just clearly ice mephits. They're kind of the mosquitoes of the dungeon, right? Nothing that you're too worried about. But what makes you a little bit more worried is sort of off to the south, sort of guarding on, like, flanking that door opposite, like, where those two statues were, or some fairly large-looking frost giants.
I see them. There's two of them.
So we should probably worry more about the frost giants and not the big salamander, unless the salamander comes after us.
Yeah, and so what you see there's a southern room, and you are in combat, by the way, so feel free to roll. There's a southern, this room is broken up into two pieces. There's a southern with sort of 4 big pillars, and then some rounded rounded stairs that go up, and that's where the salamander is, like, literally sitting there guarding that stairway going up. It doesn't take a genius to think that salamander was put there to protect somebody from something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, and because you're in the room, I will give you the narrative. And ignore the cultist revenant. That was supposed to be a frost giant. Yeah, but like I said, it's flanked by 4 thick pillars made of cracked marble. They're all rimmed with frost. The walls shimmer with icy murals depicting the progression of magical scenes. A woman in black robes, a spectral crown forming, the last embrace of a skeletal figure. Sort of intuitively, this seems like it might be the story of the Ice Lich. A pale magic light sort of suffuses the place, reflecting off the frozen, tears carved in the floor. And despite the chill, there's something almost reverent in the air. A shrine to memory, not necessarily to conquest. Some images shimmer. So Nick, like, your gem is starting to pulse as the closer you get to that door.
I was actually going to ask.
Right.
That.
And the giant to the south says, she made her choice, you make yours.
Oh, is that the dude?
No,
That's a frost giant.
it's not
That
his
was
name.
What's the frost giant saying that to us?
Larnus. Noodle, I need you to roll initiative.
Oh, I do. Where? Oh, yeah. Combat. I see. Been a minute. There you go.
All right, and begin combat.
Is it clobbering time, or do we?
Well, you're in planning mode, so it's planning time.
Yeah.
So you're top of the round. Plan all you want.
I think we should clobber everything but the salamander.
Well,
Alright.
how do we know that the salamander
Only
can't-
if the salamander attacks us.
Right.
Right. Do we know if the salamander is an intelligent being, much like a dragon would be?
Would I know that, Tom?
With your 19, you would know that it's intelligent in the sense that it's a creature with a brain. It doesn't speak. I'm going to make sure I'm not wrong. Yeah, you would know that it speaks the language it speaks is primordial.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay, that answers my question of whether or not it would be able to control, like sentient beings, essentially.
You mean could it use its mind to control things?
Yeah, my thought was that if we attack the frost giants, is that going to null and void our ability to be able to talk with the salamander?
Oh, you're trying to intuit something. So hold on. Let me have you roll that. Hold on, Nick. That is a insight in the chat. No, and so your 24 tells you that this, based on what Fabio already knew about the salamander, and based on what you've what you sort of intuited, is that this is a protector. This isn't like a pit bull that's out for blood and is going to come at your throat.
Right.
Right. You feel that there's the odds are in your favor that this thing might not even engage.
Okay.
Unless provoked.
Right. But I guess my question is, will attacking the frost giants potentially provoke it?
That you can't know. That's not a thing. You
Okay.
could say that if you bring hostility into someone's living room,
Yeah.
right? Would they find that hostile? But then again, the allegiance of that salamander is likely not to anything else in the room.
Right.
But
Okay.
That the answer to that is will be contained in the find out portion.
Yeah. Maybe
Thing.
do we? So
Yeah.
maybe do we make our moves as if to potentially attack, but maybe not? And if the frost giants confront us, and the salamander doesn't, then that would be our deciding factor to attack the frost giants, and the frost giants only.
Yeah.
Or
What
if they-
else is in there? Like, do we think this is gonna
Yeah.
spy?
Is that a question for me?
Can we,
No.
the frost giant
No.
is
Just for the-
uncomfortable. Do we know if the frost giant will reason with us? Because if the Ice Lich is in the room past, can't we just say we're here to chat? I don't know.
Yeah.
Here's the room, by the way.
Oh,
Right.
Thank you. This is really cool.
Yeah.
Can we reason with the frost giant?
Tell it we have an appointment.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So you're at so I feel like I'm just gonna get this over with. I'm gonna hit roll, and this is gonna be a group roll for. I think this is just insight.
I like group rolls.
Not a group roll then. So it will not be a group roll,
Whoever's about in the room.
and this is gonna be party insight. There you go.
Fair enough.
Stop! I am tired of you, sir. I'm not gonna. Look
Who
at
fumbled?
me.
Me.
What good is it? It's not okay.
We have a Skylar roll, and there we go, and 2 fumbles.
Is Skylar rolling?
We still need
Wait,
Skylar to roll.
What was this
You're
insight
muted,
for?
Skylar.
It was to roll to see if the frost giants.
You were asking if there's any insight into if you engage with them, will it draw? At least my understanding was, would attacking the frost giants draw the gaze of the salamander?
My question was, is there any
What-
reasoning?
Oh, with the
With-
frost giant. Yeah. That's right. That's what it was.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
Well,
what
I
that
can still
was.
answer that.
So
Go ahead.
because I have a favored enemy of giants as well, and I know I have advantage on some checks, but I didn't do anything with it because I wasn't sure.
Well, you're starting from the place of them, of the one on the right having said she made her choice, you make your choice, basically. So that implies that I don't know if I wouldn't say that they will reason with you. They have a job to do.
Yeah. Okay. That answers actually quite a few things. So maybe we just walk into the room, be like, "Hey," kind of like what Karen said. We have an appointment.
You want to talk to, with
Yeah.
Vaelice Navidad.
Yeah.
Just act like we belong there. And
Right.
maybe high five, give him a little Isaac from Love Boat,
Oh, nice.
from the
nice.
point.
Yeah.
All right. So Bing, you're the leader. What's the plan?
Yeah, let's whoever wants to go in first. I guess Karen's got the lead.
Yep. You have to push past. So I want to understand the plan. The plan is to just go into the room and not hit anything. And you're
Right.
sending in Karen as your negotiator.
Yep.
Wait, what?
Doesn't she have the best charisma?
She's
But,
got the
like,
charisma and she's
barbarian
also got the
charisma.
initiative.
No,
Yeah.
I have an appointment charisma.
Barbarian with a gigantic battle axe.
You get to act first. You don't have to, but you can.
Yeah, you can go in. Yeah, you have right of. You're up first, right? So you can walk in and start thumping, or you can have a conversation like you do you.
Walk in, start talking.
Let's do it.
Be you, Karen.
Start walking, Christopher.
You guys, this is not what Karen's for. This is gonna go bad.
I know.
That's fine.
Say it's cool. I know the guy.
So
Oh,
Karen, when you
man.
walk in, this room is beyond on alert. Like it is like it's like a hair trigger, right? Because you guys didn't just sort of like ease into the room, say, "Hey, what's up?" Right? Like you just burst in, right? You just walked into the room. So like all like nerves are frayed, we'll just say.
All right,
I
so
think
then
the
you're
choice is
supposed to be
obvious.
what to say. I don't know what we're supposed to be doing here. Are we
I'll
talking
let
to
your
us there?
I'll
Talk
let
with
your leader
axe,
tell you.
Karen.
We want to talk to Vaelice.
Yeah, we want to talk to Vaelice.
You think she's to the north? You're not sure. To the south, you see double doors. You know that just from your wayfinding that those double doors are the doors that you went past. The statues flanked those two doors to the south. Between you and the north is a giant salamander, and at least from what you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 bad guys, and they're ready to attack.
Okay.
Now, I think Karen, intuitively, you know that fighting in the south area doesn't preclude you from being able to negotiate in the north. But you know,
Oh, is this like a two sides in a stalemate, or like
Oh,
the ice giants or the frost giants are like protecting the door to the south, and the salamanders protecting the door to the north? Is that what I'm sensing?
ooh, that is a question that I think the dice are going to have to answer, Karen, and that would be.
Lincoln.
I think that is. Man, I used to have the descriptions pop up. I think that might be a survival. No? Tactical?
Survival.
Because it's not an Survival's like woods and surviving outside. What would tactical be? Well, it would either be survival or just a flat out
Or insight.
insight. I'll go with boring insight.
Sorry.
No, I mean it was. Look, I'm just trying to mix it up.
This calls for reading the tea leaves.
Fuck.
Yeah, you don't know. Like,
Well,
it seems
okay.
it could be,
I'm
you couldn't be.
gonna-
You're not convinced.
I'm gonna.
With your 11, Karen, I would say your predisposition, like all roads are going to lead to fisticuffs. If I were to sort of channel the inner Karen and that 11, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't go against your nature.
Well, all right. So I'm just gonna go directly into it and say we're here to support Vaelice and get rid of his Clavius. Which direction should I go? Can you point me in the direction I should go? Or do I need to kill any of you to get there?
Well, and I'm looking to see if they speak your language. So hold on one moment. One moment.
To be eloquent if they don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, they look at you, and all they hear is like wah 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 wah, because they speak giant. Does anyone in your party speak giant?
I don't know. I'm gonna look.
And the Ice Memphis also do not speak your language. And before anyone asks, let me look at the Salamander. I'm pretty sure it does not speak your language.
I have it.
Primordial.
I speak
You do?
giant. Yep. I speak giant.
Giant. I speak giant too.
So you guys could wait, and when Nick's gonna have to get into the room, so you guys could position yourself where you want to be and hope that nothing goes down before Nick gets in to negotiate.
This is like Finding Nemo, kind of.
Nick only looks, I don't know, rolled a 12, so there's probably like 20 bad guys before Nick.
There are 6.
Are they making moves towards it?
It's not their turn, but they're they're on edge, right? Like, again, their job, what you've intuited is that their job is that of protector, right? So if you sort of do the math, right? Giant hull, like giant stairway full of ice to keep people away, right? Made it past the ice. Magic doors and traps, got past those. You're now in a room surrounded by things that, there were 2 different paths, right? Like there was the sort of stealthy negotiate path, but then there's the like go into the room path, right? You guys are you're in the room. Negotiating is, I think, still an option, but it's not a sure thing like it was before, or like it could have been. It wasn't ever a sure thing. Your ability to negotiate has changed because you sort of burst into a room, and there's a bunch of creatures there that don't speak your language, and have one job to do, you think, which is to protect the Ice Lich and prevent people from moving on. And Alicia, I don't know if you know this, but you're not muted.
Do we have any?
I didn't. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Telepathic abilities to incept some concepts without language?
That's a question for the rest of the party.
Yeah.
But now Nick speaks giant and I speak giant, right?
Right. But
Oh, you
can't
speak giant too?
your turn,
Yeah.
and we'll all be dead by then.
We got
Well, I mean,
this.
look, you can skip your turns.
Buddy.
You could play
You can skip your
charades.
turns.
Yeah, I'm last.
You know, you guys could just do the sort of the ready thing or whatever, and fast track to Nick. There's only
Or we could could say sorry,
Oh.
wrong room, close the door, and go.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, you could absolutely back out if you wanted to. Skylar is below Nick, so he
Yeah,
will not get. He
Skylar's
will be
gonna
the
get-
last one to back out.
Yeah. Skylar's gonna have to get through 6 mobs to get again. Do we have anything visual that represents Vaelice? Like do we think that ring is something that is like obviously hers?
I have the gem. That is literally her frozen tear and a memory of hers.
Yeah. You guys have found a letter. You have found the tear. You have her journal. However,
Right.
there's nothing to like you can't guarantee that they won't think you just stole her shit.
Yeah. I don't know. What do y'all think? I was just
What
thinking
was
we could hold up something to show that we're like trying to
Yeah.
help her.
I was thinking, what was the thing that you said in some cultures, the salamander, that if we don't bring a gift or do some sort of thing, that they
Tribute.
will.
Yeah, if you don't bring, if you kill a salamander without tribute, the legend is that it will blizzard.
Okay.
But that's like, that could be like a black cat crosses in front of your path and you have bad luck, or you break a mirror, right?
Yeah.
So, you do with that what you will.
Should we just head up north?
Like
Sorry.
back out of the room.
Sorry.
What?
Whoops.
Well,
Well-
or just if we're gonna fight, let's fight the people to the north where the Ice Lich most probably is.
I like it. I like Mark's Mr. Bing's suggestion.
South is what, through the doors that we avoided, right?
Yeah, south is the double doors that you passed when you first came down here. The statues were flanking them. That's the south.
The
So we
door,
need to-
but we're talking about the other door that is frozen shut, right? Which is more than likely,
It wasn't frozen shut. It was just very cold.
which is like due north of where this guy is, right?
It's the one that you did the investigation on. You'd have to pick the lock.
So it's giants and salamander, or probably actual lich.
Well, hold on. I think so. You asked the question. So hold on 1 second.
We don't have to go
And-
through the doors though. We can just kill the ice giants.
Yeah, maybe we should just do that.
Yeah. I say Karen kill the ice giants with me. Salamander, don't go near it. We want to piss that thing off.
So there's a roll waiting for you, Alicia.
I see.
All right, so your 22 is really strong. So your spidey sense says, yeah, you can go to the north, you can pick that lock, you can go in that door, but just your wayfinding says this wall that runs north of you, it's going to take you into the round room above, right? So you're going to come into the back of the salamander. You've already alerted this entire southern room that you're here,
So it's
right? So do you want a concentrated battle here, or do you want them to eventually make their way into the north? Assuming you can get through the lock.
right.
Along with whatever potentially awaits us in that room.
So you get a strong 22. So that going to the north is going to mean something from a negotiation perspective. If you go through that door to the north, having already alerted the guards down here, if they have one job to do, they're going to swarm, right? Which may make it hard to negotiate with whatever's in that northern room. However, killing everything in the south might make it harder to negotiate with what's in that northern room. But you have a lot of intel on the mindset of the person that you want to negotiate with. These are not her. These are the things that were put in place to protect.
So I think we have to get through these guys to get to her.
Okay. Well, if we're gonna be killing stuff, I think we're gonna be better off going back rather than forward. Like us all trying to fight in this room with the enemies all around us is like we're just gonna be swarmed. But if we go backwards, Skylar will get hit 6 times and probably die. But Once they finish
let's-
eating him and they come in,
Come on,
then we
people.
can fight them one by one.
But it was awesome that Skylar joined, and he has a poor friend behind him watching him play Dungeons and Dragons late at night. So that's a good friend there, Skylar.
All right.
Yes.
Does that make sense though? I say we go back in, or we kind of like fall back into the room and try to fight them. Like, see if they come in one by one in here, and then we can just.
Classic E8 doorway strategy.
Yeah, exactly. We go behind the
That's a
stairs,
very
wait
good
for every dummy on the level to come find me. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Then I'm like, I pat Skylar on the shoulder as I go back inside.
Good luck, buddy.
Godspeed.
Yeah, Godspeed, sir.
How much movement do you have left?
Do what?
How much movement do you have left?
Oh, I have like a bajillion steps. I've only like moved one time. Okay, I'm gonna park it here to try to get out of the blast radius of whatever they're about to hit him with. So.
Hey, David, you're not muted either.
Wow,
Not that that doesn't sound awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ready myself too, just in case anything gets into.
So ready for melee? Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
End turn. Fabia, you are up. You know the plan. You can go to
I'm
the
going
south or to the north.
Either even farther back than Karen is.
I'm so screwed.
Look at her go! Look at her go!
And I will also ready myself for whatever comes out the door. And turn.
Like a skeeter in Florida, this ice mimic comes at Skylar. Yes. And hold on, I had this all set up for earlier. And there's this. All right, and then that. And the first attack. Oops, sorry, wrong one. That's good. And then this. Ah, we fucking missed. So this ice memphic comes at you with its claw, and it's like whoosh, and Skylar's just like yoink. Now it's it, like nothing. Ends turn. Where's this guy at? Ah. Comes in. Now Skylar's got 2 on him. T for target.
Swing better.
And this is
Uh-oh.
Frost Breath.
I didn't see a dice.
Did it not target you guys?
I see a little cone.
Yeah.
Hold on. Refund resource. Try this again. It should have auto targeted you.
I saw a T on Mark. Or
So
on,
T.
the camera.
All right, I'll go back here. T. That'll be T. Shift T. Shift T.
Okay.
And I click
the
this
target.
guy. All right, and then I try this again, and I say Frost Breath.
You're safe.
Boom.
Karen, I think,
Yeah.
still has all the cold immunity stuff too.
I think we rested.
We'll have to-
since then.
Did we rest?
I think so.
That's a nice.
All right.
Or maybe not, actually. No, I don't think. I think you're right, Alicia. I don't think we did.
No. So you have all the immunity to cold.
Yeah.
All right, and it should have done your thing. Did it do your thing? The only one it hit was Mr. Skylar, it looks like. And that ends its turn. Now, unfortunately, stomping towards you, like sort of drawn to the fight, like a moth to a bug light, is this giant ass frost giant. And as you come, he's towering over you. This room has large, high ceilings and big pillars, and this frost giant, you feel its presence. All right, and it.
How tall is the door?
The door is about 14 feet tall.
Can he fit through it?
It will take extra movement. It'll be like passing past someone, so it'll take an extra 5 feet, but he can get through the doorway. Yes.
All right.
Good question, though. All right, so here we go. Does he have multi-attack? He does.
I figured as much.
Yeah. So he hits you with his frost axe. Normal.
My God.
And he misses.
Buddy. Wow.
And he hits you with it again. Son of a bitch.
Oh my god. Skylar, this is gonna be awesome if you come back in with this.
Next.
I gotta stand. I don't think this guy's getting to me. It's too far.
He's right here. And target. And this guy is going at you with his.
Uh-oh, you're flanked now.
He is very much flanked.
Not good.
And what does this do? Let's make sure they got the right one.
He's using ice, like a breath weapon.
Yeah, that's what they have. Is they have a breath weapon, but they also have
Claws.
the claw.
Okay, because I was gonna say.
And he gets
a breath
advantage.
weapon, someone's flank does not.
Oh.
God.
Oh, and he critted you, my friend.
Yes, but I reacted back, so let's hopefully that helped.
Okay.
And you reacted. All right, and then we have to do damage is critical damage. Critical hit, and then I have to roll from the crit table.
Dude, let's hope it's not too bad.
Yeah, the damage on that thing is not super bad.
Yeah, these are these are not like substantial.
Well, isn't the parry like half damage?
Yeah, it should have taken it into account. All right, hold on. Let me roll for critical hit. Your target's arm is severed at the shoulder.
God. Holy shit.
And is stunned for. So hold on. This isn't spectacular enough. Hold on 1 second.
Wait, did they get critical effects on us?
Your target's arm is severed at the shoulder, and it is stunned for 2 rounds. The result is a permanent -2 to all checks until healed with the appropriate healing spell. If this action is impossible due to the nature of the target, you do standard critical hit damage +7 instead.
So I can't move for 2 rounds?
So you're stunned for 2 rounds, and you have a permanent -2 until you are healed. So like until Noodle does a full-on heal on you, you have a -2.
I'm gonna be a real
Go ahead.
butthole here, but it says.
Oh, you're gonna be a rule
target-
cop? Are you a rule cop?
Your target's arm is stunned for 2 rounds.
No, your target's arm is severed at the shoulder.
And is stunned.
Stunned. And
The
he's
arm,
crushed.
the arm is severed and stunned.
That sentence.
Hold
is
on.
Your target's arm.
Look, you guys, I'm sorry. Unlike Gilligan's Island, where you get hit in the head with the coconut, you forget, you get hit again, you remember. When you drink martinis and write this shit, drinking martinis and reading this shit does not equal out, okay? So, yeah, you are absolutely right. So the reason so basically what happens for the next 2 rounds is you have a -2 on everything because your arm is all gimped, is what it means.
So I'm
Do
not
you-
stunned. I just can't attack with 1 arm.
No, you attack with the -2.
Okay.
Tis
all
but
right.
to scratch.
Yeah.
This does not feel my plan.
You pick up your severed arm and put it back on.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it?
Okay, so hold on. It's still their turn. So you're severed, and now, believe it or not, it is Mr. Maylock's turn. And it's like, I'd like to negotiate with you, in his best giant voice. All right, Nick.
Are you gonna say like whoa, 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 buddy, and giant?
We can't hear you, Nick. You're muted or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You just have to use bro every other word. And bro,
Oh my god. Where?
Bro, that ice axe is very chuggy.
I'm going to cast.
We're at time, so at the bottom of this round, we'll be done.
Alright. I'm gonna cast Fire Shield on myself.
While you're shielding yourself. Are you moving or are you staying where you're at?
I am going to stay where I'm at.
Hey, Thomas, what season is it right now? All winter, spring, summer?
I believe it's spring. I have to check. That's a funny thing that no one has asked me that in 4 years. I do have an answer for it. I have to pull up my calendar. Hold on. Where's that at? I think it's under bookmark. Calendar. Oh, it is winter. It's February 3465.
Thank you. Let me know when it's my turn.
All right.
Yep.
And I'm going to ready for anybody that's going to be. I'm gonna ready with the standard chromatic orb. So.
All right. My turn.
Yeah. Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna attack.
Oh wait, no,
Mr.
it's
Nope,
Austin.
it's not.
Austin.
Yeah.
It's not your turn yet. It is the Frost Salamander's turn. And the salamander clearly readies itself for something.
Well, poop.
Now it's your turn.
Thanks. Alright, I'm gonna try hitting this. I gotta do -2, right?
Yeah, there's a when you roll, there'll be a -2 on it.
Well, and can you just confirm phase step as a bonus action? So I'm gonna hit 3 times and then use the phase step for my 4th one, okay?
I have to look to see if it is or not. Give me 1 second.
I just checked, but
You
I
can-
wanted to double check you.
Yeah, if you can take your first 3 turns while you're doing that, I'll check. Phase step. And you're right, Mark. I do love my tools because I was able to type in FEY and immediately get to this thing. And I say as a bonus action. Yes, it is a bonus action.
Nice.
You have -2 and you're flanked by 3 methods and a fire and an ice giant.
Can you disengage?
You can use that as an action.
That looks like it's trip attacking.
There's a lot of trip attacks. I don't know what that is, but
Oh yeah, is it? Oh yeah, I guess I have to do it once, and now I do make it. Sorry. If it trips him. I did my -2. Oh,
and you fumbled.
Oh God.
I'm using a luck point. I'm using my first luck point, and I can't deal with that right now.
That's a truer statement has not been uttered.
Yeah. This is not
Seriously.
time for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that fire is amazing.
Yeah, I know. It's super.
What I get?
Dang.
5, 13 total.
Yeah, you got a 13 miss.
Thomas? No.
No, you missed. Yeah, his DC is much higher than a 13.
Okay, let's try again.
Yeah, and that Frost Giant is looking down at you like almost like the whole pitiful human moment. That's a solid hit though.
Mm.
So
He only has 1 arm.
Nice, good damage.
the drummer from Def Leppard.
Animal.
I heard that.
Well, the frost giant
He
critically
fumbled his.
failed.
He critically failed to save.
What happens
So
to him? Does
he took.
trip?
Does he trip? What do you mean?
Well, they did a trip attack.
Oh,
Ooh.
hold on.
Yeah, buddy.
I didn't.
Nice.
Yeah, so then he's now prone.
Yeah, damn right he is.
There you go. He's now prone.
Now I get advantage on that, right?
Yep. You're gonna kick him in when he's down.
Wait, so how many? The first one I attacked, I did a 1. Then I did a redo on that one. And then
That's one.
Then I did
Well,
I
wait.
miss
Is the maneuver a bonus or is that?
No, that's just part of the hit. It's not a bonus.
Okay. So that's 1, and then you did the second one now, right? This one. That was 2.
So now I get 1 more attack.
Yep.
And I get advantage, but I do a -2 advantage.
An advantage plus -2. Wow, there's a dog fight.
Nice.
Oh, you were so lucky you got advantage on that.
Did I
It was a
get
hit. You hit him. Constitution saving through is normal.
That's doing
Succeeded.
pretty good damage. Like these things are. We can. This is survivable.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
now-
you're doing
now
fine.
I'm face stepping, and I'm
Right.
gonna face step because it's winter. I'm gonna try to get one of them to be afraid.
Oh, when you face step in the winter, they become afraid.
Only one.
Which one?
Well, the guy's proned.
Yeah. And prone means it takes half of his movement to stand back up.
I'll do the frost giant. He's got to do a saving
Okay.
check for fear.
Okay, what's the DC?
It is my DC or his DC?
Well, and for the check.
Oh, sorry, it's Misty Step. I was saying the wrong one. Sorry, I'm just looking it up.
Yeah, but he said there's a chance of he has to save against something, right?
Yeah, it doesn't say the DC. It just says must succeed on a wisdom saving throw
Yeah.
or be frightened.
So maybe it's probably your wisdom versus his wisdom.
Yeah, and I'm stupid.
So it's
I
you
mean, he's a
versus
frost giant. He's probably not super smart either. So
Yeah.
which one is he?
My wisdom
This
is
guy.
13.
Oh no, I'm gonna do a wisdom save. So it's basically it's a. I'm sorry, it would be a save against that wisdom. And roll.
Oh.
it's like you guys stop and play chess.
So he got a 19 on his. What do you get? It's in the chat.
Oh, sorry. I see it now. My bad.
He wins, so he's not afraid.
Well, it's still prone. Anyways, how do I teleport?
Yeah,
I didn't
he's
see
prone.
that.
So when you
I didn't
cast
see
Misty
how to-
Step, it's going to ask you to pick a place on. It'll cast Misty. I didn't see you do Misty.
No, it did.
I see.
It's face step I'm doing.
I saw Fey. You chose Fey Ancestry. Don't you mean Fey Step?
Yeah, face step. That's why I picked the wrong one.
Yeah, pick the right one, and then it'll let you choose a place on the board.
It's not letting me do that.
You want me to do it for you?
No, I'm trying again. Okay, I got it.
There he goes.
Did I do it? I don't know if this is working. I'm done.
All right.
Hey, Noodle, can you heal my arm?
You got it.
So you like Steven appears next to you with his limb is just sort of flopping around. All right, it's Little Zippy's turn. Remember, there's new rules for Little Zippy. Little Zippy is a character that gets to do stuff.
Why is
Skylar,
little Zippy
do
bleeding?
not go out there.
Zippy's like, hey man, come on, have you considered the path of evil?
He's a little injured.
Evil's cool. Get it? Cool.
He's gonna stay here and ready.
What's he ready for? You have to tell me that. Like, he's ready to do what?
Yeah, I don't see the ready over here.
It's one of his. It's
Oh,
one of his
there it
favorited
is.
ones.
Yeah.
And he's ready to do what? Short bow, because he has weapons now. Trident.
I saw that.
And you guys can't see this, but when you select Zippy, he sees in this everything is in a hue of red.
Yeah.
It's like out of The Shining.
It's kind of nice for me because I know who I'm on.
That's why I did it.
He is gonna ready his short bow.
For the world.
For the world.
Ready for the world. Never mind. It was a band.
Earlier.
Sheila.
Ready for the world.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Sheila. Wait, wasn't Oh Sheila a Prince song? Didn't he write that or no?
Probably. It seems like.
I was gonna say, yeah.
He's fucking
Why
amazing.
is
Prince, honestly, Prince. I love so many bands, but Prince, even though I never really got into his post Sign of the Time stuff, undeniably one of the best musicians ever.
Oh yeah, hands down.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Mr. Bing.
I love him.
For the DM, so can I, with my lesser restoration spell, reattach Skylar's arm?
Ooh.
I want to say yes. Hold on. Lesser.
Or,
I just have to read it
will
real quick.
Or is this arm really not like dangling? That's like.
It's pretty gnarly.
I don't think this is a condition. It's not blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. I don't think this is the right kind of a restoration.
Will though.
This is like hardware restoration.
All right, so.
Restoration hardware? No one?
So would just like a regular heal do it?
A regular heal would do it, or it only lasts for 2 rounds, depending on if you want to make him just wait it out.
We're gonna need him, so.
Well, he is damaged, so I think a regular heal will take care of it.
I'll give him
Of his own fruition.
well, you know.
He opened the door.
I mean, as much as you guys sort of like poked him with a stick for running into that room and Leroy Jenkinsing it, A, it gave us an awesome soundbite, and B, it'd been a while since you guys beat anything up.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so. All right, so I'm gonna. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Cure wound.
Break it down.
Wait a minute. How
Nothing
much healing do you need? Like a lot or a little?
Steven is at
Not.
he's 103 of 124.
Oh, with no arm.
And you can
I have an arm problem.
Yeah, and you can see that in. Holy shit! The health is not in the party view.
Yeah. No.
Fuck! Your DM sucks. Got to get on that.
Tom, you can't do everything all at once.
Clearly, I can. Have you not looked at how elaborate and magical the fucking quests thing is? Come on.
Yeah.
It's just
Pretty
been
awesome.
quite difficult.
He is full up healed. So Skylar, you guys all see like we'll just say like a bad Evil Dead movie with like that kind of bad special effects. His arm just sort of like jiggles and reattaches itself.
We
Love that.
And you fight the urge to scream, "Dead at dawn! We'll eat your soul."
Thanks, Cyrus, because I didn't want to.
I wanna- How fun would role playing Evil Dead be? That'd be fucking awesome.
All right, my word.
All right,
The nude.
Noodle, you're
Now
up.
that I don't have to look at that weird arm situation.
You gross. Your arm.
I'm gonna scooch over here real quick. I'm targeting this guy, and I'm throwing Verbena.
You're throwing Vivina at Titani?
Boss guy is prone. You get advantage.
Oh, that's
Wait,
right.
is Verbena Did you say to whatever that guy's name is?
Yeah.
Tutani is not prone.
Right.
Larnus is, and she can see him.
She cannot see.
him.
She cannot see Larnus. She'd have to take a step forward to see Larnus.
Yeah,
Why
that'd
doesn't
be a
she?
no. Because
Why
I gotta go back. Listen here, door opener.
I didn't open the door. Flavia opened the door. I just walked through it, just for clarity.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm just starting Verbena.
I very quietly opened the door and unlocked the door. They didn't even know we were there.
First off, that's a solid hit, and second off, it was a smart move because you would have been opportunity attacked by two different people.
Who, me? These are my
Yeah.
friends. They're not going to opportunity attack me.
The ice mephit and the ice giant are not your friends.
Yeah.
I'm not going in the room. Are you?
No, I said if you had moved forward 5 more feet, you would have been opportunity attacked.
No.
You did 24 points of damage.
Nice.
Thank you.
That ice mephit is beyond halfway dead. Blood just explodes.
Nobody else needs healing, so I'm good.
Gonna leave him
Thargo. Thargo. It is the B movie version of Fargo that you get overseas that you can buy on DVD in a subway stop. Thargo.
I ended, right? Okay.
You did. Thargo. All right, there's that guy. There's this guy. There's this guy. And the ice mephit is there, which means I have easy attack on Mr. Nick.
I shouldn't have moved, but then.
It's a miss.
Oh, God. Great bow.
Misses you twice, Nick.
Mm-hmm. Yep, sure does.
And that takes us to the last person. And you don't know what they're doing, but it's not what you think.
They're gonna go tell.
I'm telling.
And maybe. Actually, Noodle, you were right there. So if I say, let me grab Noodle real quick.
Were you taking me?
So Noodle, you saw this ice mephit head up, and you go and we do a insight. Boom. Insight. Probably the last roll of the night.
Oh.
In the chat. Look at that cool ice mephit there.
Oh, come on. Did I pass?
Yeah. So you saw the ice mephit head, like not join the battle and head to that north room.
All right, I shared
So-
that information.
Yeah. So when you said that ice mephit went to probably tell, yeah. So the north room is absolutely probably aware of what's happening in the south now.
Yeah.
All right. So that, my friends, takes us to the stop of the round. We'll roll initiative and then we will call it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hurting a little bit.
You know what I love is I wrote part of the tool I wrote for Blacksmith is that for me, it automatically rolls all of the initiatives for all of the monsters every time the round ends.
Nice.
I know. Super excited. We got a Bing and a Karen waiting. All right, so when we next start, Skylar will be at the top of the stack. His limb is attached, and he's feeling pretty good. No regrets about walking into this room. This is his sweet spot. Is beating people down to the ground. You know, he's in this happy place when he's surrounded by blood. Let's be frank. You have an unopened letter from Vaelice to his Clavius. You have pieced together that she was just deeply in love, soul-bound to his Clavius, and has been completely destroyed by his choice to choose the dark, powerful path over their love.
Bastard.
This means that her mindset is like that of a TikTok influencer. Who the fuck knows what's going on in that noggin? I say. Who can say? But we'll figure that out next time when we play. You guys, honestly, this was a lot of fun. This is one of my happiest. I could be the Jinn. Let's be frank. It could be the Jinn. I don't know. And also the knowledge that at some point my sister will be here, and if we time it correctly, she can play in person.
Yeah.
When she comes to visit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey.
All right. And then someone else needs to figure out when we're all going to get together and do an in-person weekend.
I like it.
So, but anyway, everything worked great. Anyone's real quick question: anyone's clients clumpy? No memory issues.
No.
Like, so my investment in rewriting literally 50 different modules to be our own is, I think, paid off a little bit.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Game
Great.
master situation which is really kind of a minor thing. You
What
said
happened?
that at the beginning, where it's the game master or whatever, cameraman maybe.
Oh,
was
cameraman.
still-
Okay, cameraman. Yeah. Cameraman. Thank you. That's a good one.
And
the
double
group roles.
Cyruses. Yep.
Not a big deal, but
Yeah, but he didn't show up anywhere else, right?
No, just there.
Just on the vote for leader.
yeah.
If I hit vote for leader, I'm just curious, will it still show 2 Cyruses?
I don't know.
Nope.
No.
Cameraman though.
Yeah, well, I didn't. I'll see you, Steven. Thank you. Dude, it means so much to me that you joined.
Yeah.
Didn't want to miss the
Yeah.
fun.
Thanks for joining, man.
I'll see you.
Bye.
All right. Good night.
All right, guys. Well, anyway, on that note, I'm going to end it. I'm going to go see my family. That's always
show.
fun,
That's a
as
family
Alicia
dinner.
knows. Alicia gets all the texts that I don't get.
Oh my god.
So, all right, I'll see you guys.
All right.
Happy, happy.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Have a good one.